Welcome to the Nasty Reality. My name is, of course, Nasty Leroy, aka That Man. Of course, get this t-shirt on brainbustertees.com/Nasty Leroy. As always. Alright. There was really nothing that I knew other than like AEW and everything that was going on. Not gonna lie, I didn't catch neither of them. I So, but this show is not about WWE, AEW, but it shows about spotlighting the world of independent wrestling, international wrestling, and some would say, well, I learned the term of my friend Darian, yeah, um, Detrian, I think his name, Detrian. He would say alternative wrestling. So the alternative scene of wrestling. I call it the independent underground scene, but they're both cool ass words. So, being that is we going solo once again. And we might have a guest or two pop in, but there's a segment that I like to call, you know, the next up and the underappreciated or un or the underrated people, because there's a lot of underrated people walking around in independent wrestling. So this week's next up person that I feel is next up also, it's a person that could get my seal of approval uh going forward. And as many times as I said and had like a rest, as many times as I said a hyena hair, how many times as I said Darian Bankson, but I think anybody that knows this show that know that they are up next and they're definitely arousing in the sense of like to a lot of people, to some people that be unknown, but if you're closely watching it's been seeing wrestling, or if you heard me talk about it multiple times and you go up there and do your research and watch their matches, they're not underrated no more. They're next up. So we're gonna put those aside. I will say a next up a person that could get my seal of approval that I like working with this guy. He's a good guy in the locker room that keeps everything straight. Sometimes if he needs to be a locker room leader to people, get everything right and battle royals or whatever, he's got good leadership skills. The person who I'm gonna talk about who's been doing his thing internationally, really, but he's all over the South. He's trying to make his way more East Coast than I know and West Coast. I'm gonna talk about the Wall, the big Wall that is, the big man, as they say. Tyler Wall Stevens is the person that is definitely next up and will be on Sunrise Television. Or it will be MLW, or actually he was on television. He'll be more acclimated, I'll say, in TV. But I saw him on NWA. So shout out to him getting on NWA. Um, so yeah, he's he's doing his thing. So watch out for him. And I think he's gonna be more regular on different places though. So he's a grinder, baby. He's a grinder like myself. Um, woman wise, there's next up, but like she's not. I feel like she's in a rated category. How good she is High Young. High Young is a very good professor, great professional wrestler, actually. A Renaissance person. You want lucha, she give you lucha. You want strong style, she give you strong style. You want storytelling style type of sports entertainment style wrestling, she got that too. She knows how to work that television style being in reality wrestling. Um You want to brawl? She can brawl. You want to do hardcore fights? She can do that. You want a villainous woman? She could do that. You want a good baby face? That's her. So I would say she's not only next up, but she's in the rare category. We gonna put her the Nancy Leroy approved. I would say go out of your way if you can. Like really search up her shit. What I mean out of your way, look up all her YouTube video footage. If you gotta go on Triller, and watch some stuff. I'm sure she's got some stuff on title match. She's all over the place. She's one of the females that should be on somebody's TV right now as we speak. Um, so I definitely say go check her out. And then I would say underrated, always underrated. Not many people know this person, but if you run in the circles I do, you probably know him. But if you don't and you're watching this, an underrated person that needs to be on GCW and higher platforms and international platforms. I know that he went to Germany, I think. He went to Germany. So he's making his international waters. But the king of the road slayer, Derek Neal. So I've worked with Derek Neal maybe like once or twice, but he's really good. He's really great. Really great. I would say like I want to see him and Dustin Rhodes, go at it. Like this is straight old school, strong style, pro wrestler in the shades of Bam Bam, in the shades of Terry Gordy, Bam Bam. Was it Bam Bam Terry Gordy? Bam Terry Gordy? Of the Freebirds, shades of Tracy Smothers and stuff. Like just a good Southern wrestler but he can do strong style. He can get you to a really good match. He can go 15-20. He can be a world title match. He can do 60. Don't be fooled by his body. He's just an old school type wrestler. He has gut, but like that gut is fuel, man. He's one of them Trevor Murdoch kind of wrestlers. Like he may look like he don't got no abs or whatever, but he got a gas tank, man. So yeah, definitely go do stuff. Him and Manders had wars in like Indianapolis. No, Indianapolis. What was it? St. Louis. St. Louis Anarchy. So had wars there. Would like to see him on GCW. What it is. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. I really wasn't gonna record today because I usually do it once a week, but I felt like I had to do it today. It's not. I don't know. It's gonna be weekly because I ain't gonna say I'm my consistency. It's not what it is. It's just I think the time to breathes. So, but I decided to record today because I felt like you guys needed to hear what I was talking about, and also it's like not much of a week that I know that I don't think any independent shows going on. If so, please let me know in the comments. Or let me know what's going on in your area if you do follow independent wrestling. If you're new to it, tell me what was your first independent show and how was your experience. But now, other than that, we got the Rap Bastard of the Week. Um, so that being said, we'll go on to something else. I gotta tell y'all this right. It's about I see 50 people in this thing. I appreciate y'all coming through. And I'm gonna say this right now, as we speak. And I know we don't talk about World Wrestling Entertainment on this channel because I feel like it gets enough publicity as it is with 50,000 podcasters. Quote, but you know what? AEW and WWE. I'm gonna talk about both. And I know we don't even talk about AEW, but I talk about some wrestlers I like in AEW. So, but I'm gonna say this: I need to have this recorded, and people who are in here know I said this. I'm gonna say it on all the platforms, but mainly on my show. I'm gonna say it because you can't get nobody else to control the narrative or or take you to not even just on the content, control the narrative, basically. So back in 2016, I said the independence was going to be hot. It was going to be even more hotter than it is. And I felt like I just said there was going to be a name that's going to come from mainstream TV, and he was going to want to go down there. And that name happened to be Cody Rhodes. And it was a good time when Cody was on the Independence. I'm not going to lie. It gave it a lot of eyes, a scope. So when I say this because people won't look at me like, "Oh, Leroy, you're wild for saying this." I have a feeling. I have a feeling in my soul. I just know it that AEW and WWE are gonna come together. I don't even think it's gonna partnership. I think they're gonna reach the terms of like we need to come together. Cause AEW is up here. They're rising up. Now in 2022, they was kind of up and down. They had some good shows. They had some not so good shows. But I really feel the best year that they've been having, especially in March. I think it started to pick up in March. March was like after I was like after February. March was like, he started coming in. And it's going up. Now, most people, when they talk to me and whatever, and they be like, "Oh, this guy's AEW base or whatever," or he's an AEW fan or whatever. But it's not the case. I'm a fan of good professional wrestling, great professional wrestling. I like not having trash. What I've been learning, and the reason why I take my shows on Tuesday, because I know most of you are watching NXT, and you're not in. The ones that do come in here, and when we have 300 to 200 people or 400 people in here, I appreciate you when you do come in here. Sometimes I do not record, simply the fact of not just because I don't want to. It's just I go watch NXT and I'll see if they're doing some cool shit, but then I can't record after like 8 o'clock. Once I set a time and I pass that time, I can't record. So anyway, I'll watch NXT and I'll see if they are doing a good show. By the time it happens, it will be time for me not to record. It will be time for me to end the show. So, hate from my heart to say it. I can't say what I can say, but I know some things about the story about NXT because I have a few buddies there, a few homies there, and they get the transfer ideas, and sometimes we talk about shit, and sometimes they use a lot of my ideas. Sometimes they don't. Now I'm not like saying that they're using my ideas, but sometimes I feel like they do without telling me. And that's all right. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is NXT to me lately, I haven't been the urge to watch it. And I've been putting this on the show of Tuesday because really, to be honest, like besides Tuesdays and maybe like Wednesdays, if I do it, but most of the time I don't like to do it on Wednesdays because I know on Bodyslam Net here we got another show that does AEW like a AEW show. So I try to be respectful to those. I'm sure there's an NXT show on 10 o'clock. Shout out to them, my peoples here. But for me, the people at Body Slam Nat has given me a time to. Some people say rant, some people say ramble, some people say all the words, right? And so I record here and I talk about independent wrestling. But you're saying, what does this have to do with AEW? I'm gonna get to that. WWE right now is beyond cooked. It is big fried. Matter of fact, frame broiled. Not even fried because we don't like fried over here. And they're mediocre shit. Like I'm sure even WWE drones could be like, "Yo, this shit is mediocre," and it was like after the Tegan teasing to after the Tegan, and this is no disrespect to Tegan Paxley. She's phenomenal, a great wrestler who's been improving. She has one of the dopest finishers that I've never seen done before. Apparently, it was taught by her by Priscilla Kelly, and I'm sure probably Sean Spears had helped her train too. So I'm not saying this had nothing to do with her, but NXT, WWE as a whole, is just not my bag. It's cooked. It's mediocre. I will not watch mediocre. When AEW was doing mediocre shit, I would watch sometimes, and sometimes I would not. So this is not like a company thing. I'm a pro wrestling fan at the end of the day. But also, I'm a pro wrestler, so I got shit to do. And I got stuff to build my brand. So I like to watch shows. I like to do shows. Like all that shit. Anyway, NXT is putting on mediocre stuff. WWE is putting on mediocre stuff. And I will not be a part of this mediocre and be sure my red intelligence be insulted. See, I don't have to watch to know. And not even being a clipper. I'm not even going to be a clipper. Just to tell you that I've been seeing around that Logan Paul's going for the title. Why would he? Yes, he definitely would. All right. Now, get that out of the way. Going back to my point. WWE and AEW are going to work together for the simple fact that WWE is not going good. And I'm not saying there's an anti-WWE guy. It's just writing on the wall. And like, I'm a more smarter person than people perceive me to be. I think people think I'm not that smart, but I'm really that smart to the game of professional wrestling. So, I say this now. And this is a take that nobody has. I've said this to my friend and my managers. I've said this to my group chat. Don't be surprised when it gets beyond bad for Derby. And in the year of 2026, maybe even 2027, but mainly halfway into 2026, it's going to get real bad. It's going to get bad enough that the people, not even Triple H, the people at TKO is going to be like, yo, we need to partner with somebody else. And they're going to partner with AEW. Tony being the guy that he is, that y'all always be like, oh, he's not a business person. He's not a good booker. He's not this. He's not that. He's going to partner with WWE. And we're going to get this dream card. And people, it's funny because like I was in a space a long, long time ago, and it was like, yeah, it's WWE versus AEW. Leave the independent scene out. Leave MLW out. Leave GCW out. I'm not gonna lie, dog. It's not only just WWE, AEW. It's gonna be AEW, WWE, and there's gonna be a lot of different wrestling promotions. It's gonna be MLW. It's gonna be GCW. It's gonna be Sailor Man. It's gonna be New Japan. It's gonna be a mega card, a super mega card of professional wrestling. Now you're saying, hey, all right, there's a lot of wrestling going on, but I don't think that's gonna happen. There's WrestleMania gonna be in Saudi Arabia and all this other stuff. Why are they gonna partner with AEW and why are these promotions gonna partner together? Because you want to understand, man. You need to understand. If you get people right now in the indies, right now is the modern day territories, and there's enough territories going around, right? It's no independent territories, I call it, right? Of different places, of different styles, or whatever. But most people don't want to call it independent territories. I just call it what it is. That's what the indies are. So the independent underground scene, aka the alternative wrestling, as we call it before, right? By somebody else. Are going to partner together because it's better to partner together. It's better to come together. We just say come together. Everybody's going to put together. And the only person I would see not willing to participate is the NWA. I feel like they're like, nah, we don't want to partner with you. We got our own thing. But then they're gonna see the moves that all the companies are making. Just think about it. In one city, preferably either like a Philadelphia or Atlanta, mostly my two cities, of course. Um, Somewhere like that for 3 days. Professional wrestling, non-stop professional wrestling, all different styles. And when people don't understand, like what I've learned is this: there is a WWE style, but it's 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 a sports entertainment style. That is what I realized. And people was like, oh, that's the, you got to work the WWE style. The style is the sports entertainment style. And what I realized is you can have sports entertainment styles, but they don't just have to be in WWE. They're just the main grand poobah of what they do, right? But there's sports entertainment styles and independent wrestling. Most people think that GCW is just hardcore matches and they have occasional sports entertainment type matches. They have spring break with Joey, and that's about it. No, half of that company has sports entertainment stuff, uh, has shoot fighting, has sports entertainment, shoot fighting. I can say it because we don't. Sorry, we're not on TikTok. Deathmatch wrestling. They have a mountain pot of professional wrestling, which I like. So in this card, you're gonna have and also lucha. Have some of the best lucha there. To get some of the best luchadors. Women and men. So I think in 2027, you know what? I said mid 2026 and not mid 2026. We will just say in the summertime that it will be a big card for AEW, WWE, CMLL, Japan, Stardom, you know, uh, maybe even have Tokyo Joshi Pro people there. But we'll just say for right now, Stardom. So you're gonna have all these different promotions. When Ric Flair last match, it got me thinking. They had all those promotions. MOW, CMLL. You have people from OVW coming in. I think you even had NWA people coming in. But I feel like if NWA would get their shit together and they would really want to work and get their stuff out there, they would want to partner up with all this. It'd be silly not to be honest. See, y'all can do all the dream matches and that's cool. We can do Swerve and Cody and this and that, but that's the best thing about it is they're gonna have carte blanche to put whoever they want. The thing is, I want to see it all. And see, they were like, "Oh, that's hope for thinking. It's not going to happen or whatever." That's a negative mindset. When we don't do that over here, a positive mindset is it's going to happen. And I'm telling you right now. So I have this recorded. So when I go back and you watch this back, and you be like, "Oh, Nancy was right." Yeah, you probably not gonna say Nancy because you like don't say I'm like Nancy because most men are people, women don't say Nancy, but you gonna be like Leroy was right. And I'd be like, exactly, I was right. I'd be like, I told you. And when you tweet me or when you say I was right, I'm like, I told you. This is not humble or brag or whatever. I'm gonna be like, I told you. So, but you know what? That man will be on the card somewhere. Especially if it's got GCW and it's got ROH and all this stuff. I will be on one of those cards, and I won't be over there doing my thing. I'll be probably on the GCW side. But this is what happened. This is not even a bold prediction. This is a naturally thought that I hit you with. And it's gonna hit you. And you be like, man, he was right. Alright. Next segment, we gotta talk about the what are the ID people gonna do? What are these ID people that are that are going to that just recently leave. I don't know what they're going to do, be personally, but I see most of them doing different stuff, going to different places. Vader was it? No, not Vader. Well, shout out to Vader Sky. I was gonna say, but Miss Steele, what's her name? Zeta Steele. Zeta Steele is really good. Really good. I haven't. I don't think I said Nancy approved, but if I did, she is in that category of. She is either in the category or I've already made her nasty or approved. But I always like her character. You always gotta. She always be talking that shit, man. So shout out to her. Great seller, great bumper. Like really good. This is gonna be on somebody's TV at some point. I feel. I feel not on somebody's TV. I feel that she's either gonna be on TNA or she's gonna be on AEW. I personally want her to go to TNA, for a couple of appearances. But at the same time, I also kind of want her to go. But at the same time, I also want her to go to AEW because I want to see her interactions like Willow and shit. So, uh, whatever she decides and whatever happens, I will be here to support it. Um, Now, normally this show ends at like 10 o'clock, right? But because I have no co-host, I gotta end this shit early. But how early should I end it? I don't know. I don't know why my glasses are damn crooked. Big crooked out here. I ain't gonna lie. So, all right. Next segment is, you know, shout out to all the people, all the women that are killing it this year. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Um, Women's wrestling's taking over. Not taking over. It's really it's really doing this thing. Not even taking over. They've been taking over, but it's like say, it's literally holding dirty over. It's literally holding over the fire of like, yo, we killing this shit. The West Women's Division right now going on in the United States is AEW, national TV forum. It's kicking ass. GCW is doing good thing. Yeah, but you know what? MOW never really has the women's division, but I want them to have a women's division. Um, but yeah, this they just been stepping up. NXT to have a good women's division, even that I am not going to be watching for it in the near future. But yeah, they have their stacked lineup and stuff. So, and that comes to mind of your stardoms, your Tokyo Joshi Pro. You get into it. Who are you want? Who do you want to see on the big card that be the AEW? What wrestlers are you trying to see or you would like to discover? I don't know why I'm yelling. But anyway, so much. All right, let me know. I have been a big fan of so many different women that I can't even think right now. It's like a whole bunch of stuff. I think the main one that makes me stick out for like that I've seen in person that catches my eye and that I see being on TV, being on AEW, making some appearances is Bozilla. Bozilla is only in her early 20s and she's killing it. She's a big badass powerhouse. And she kind of reminds me of like some people would say like Kong, and I would say Kong too. But she reminds me of Jessica Havoc. Really underrated. Like Jessica Havoc is an underrated badass woman. So she reminds me a lot of Jessica Havoc. So I don't know who yours would be, but okay. So being that asset is, who do you think is gonna be? Like I say, who's gonna be one of the Joshis that you man you want to discover or you looking to discover? You know that you not only looking to discover that you want to know. Let me know. I'll put it in to help you out. I'll also send it to my boy Stampede because he's got the lock on that shit. So, dude. Um, trying to think what else. There's there's been one for wrestling that's been on my television on my thriller, and we've been doing really good with that. I recommend everybody come see uh it on Trailer TV. It's really good. We got episode 6 that's out tonight. Um, tomorrow it will be on Triller. I mean tonight it's on Peachtree Tree locally. But yeah, definitely really good show. Definitely gonna like it. Uh, that's where you get to see Hyena Hair and have like a risk on there. Um, so, but yeah, that's what it is. Um, I have a thing where since there was no shows that I know of, well, I probably wasn't looking, but there probably was shows. I'm gonna come back with other shows or reviews and stuff. But One for Wrestling, you definitely need to check it out. Um, I would say this on a AEW front. I'm looking forward to the Blood and Guts match. I'm looking forward to Sky Blue, what she's going to do. I know she was like so happy, but she's trying to keep in character when they announced it. She's going to do some minute stuff. I think Blood and Guts needs to be that. Blood and Guts needs to be the main event, and the second, we'll say co-main event will be the guys. Will be the Death Riders and the Conglomeration and all that whole stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, you might be hurt your feelings, but the Blood and Guts women are gonna go harder than the War Games, and it's just a simple fact of like they're gonna get to do more shit basically in that cage. It's not just mass quality, but it's going to do more stuff in the cage, more different spots, more stuff. So, all right, so everybody that is watching from YouTube, I appreciate you guys. I'm just going to say I'm going to end this early because I don't have any other stuff to go because I don't talk about AEW like this on here. Other than what I did, this is a rare occasion because it's not like I don't know nothing other than that was going on this weekend. I really had to go, sure. But yeah, I'm gonna give you this rap bastard pick, a rap bastard of the week. The rap bastard of the week is gonna be somebody totally different. He's been a rap bastard in the past, still kind of a rat. Was actually the rap bastard of the week will be none other. But not one, not two people, but the one that sound like he's always gotta yell at people at the pool, sound like a bodyguard. Hey, get yourself out of the pool, looking ass. Um, the rap bastard of the week is Terry. Terry, fuck Terry. Not that Terry, but he looks like a Terry. I ain't gonna lie. Tony Evans. So he's yeah, Mister. I'm out here. Get your out of the pool. Get your ass out of the pool, boy. Come here. Sound like a. I ain't gonna say military dad. Sound like a All in the Family 1970s ad. No matter of fact, looks like the motherfucker that be the security guard's assistant. He looks like a security guard assistant that works behind a desk and he don't get to do nothing other than flash a flashlight. Hey, get out of there! looking ass. He looks like every like he looks like he finally got with a black woman and he finally know what season it is and he don't like it on his or a Mexican or a Latino woman and he finally know what season it is with a chip out here. He looks like every white guy assistant cop. That's his what was it? That's what this is his assistant. Like he assistant cop out here. Oh man! Apparently, people been telling me that OVW's been doing good stories, so I gotta go check out OVW. So definitely, y'all go check out OVW. Y'all can see what I'm talking about with Tony Evans and stuff. Um, yeah. So I'd like seeing him get gored by Rhino, New South and stuff. Go check out New South. New South still putting out good shit. Shout out to my baby Big Dave. Big Dave is definitely on my next up. He's definitely Nasty Leroy proof. He's both of those. So that being said, I'm gonna say buy the t-shirt, man. ProSandTees.com/Nasty Leroy. In person, they're $15. I've decided that on for right now. They might go up to 20, but um, that's my you know what? That's my group. That's my combo, right? The $20, but the combo is gonna be 15. And why did I lower it? It's 15 because you're gonna get some pictures. You're gonna get I gotta print them out actually. I gotta get them to send. But you get some wristbands. You get all that for you know all that for $15. It's a steal, man. And I ain't gonna lie, the best t-shirts in professional wrestling right now. There's a couple independent guys that have good t-shirts, but like the quality is better. It's a better design. Man, a lot of my shirts are better than for some of the stuff on WTV. That's a fact. So, and it don't even look like a wrestling shirt. That's the thing. It don't even look like a wrestling shirt. You'd be like, "Oh, this is a wrestling shirt." You put this on and you wouldn't even know. Um, but no, I want to end it. Uh, I have nothing else to say other than this is a quick. I decided to give you guys a quick one. We normally go 3 hours. You know what? No, I'm not gonna end it. No, I'm not gonna end it. I'm gonna give you guys a look because 79 people in here. They're in here loyal. They're in here. We're looking. We just on YouTube. We're trying to get on Facebook, but it couldn't go. So um, most of the time that it couldn't go. But being that that's how it is, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I got one more. I got one more thing to take because this is. I need to get this on my chest. Um, the thing that we need to stop doing as wrestlers, and I'm talking to wrestlers, fans too, but like wrestlers, can we stop doing like, and I do it too. Can we stop like trying to be like all gun ho about certain promotions and certain things and certain places, and we act like more like the not only more like fans, but we act like more like the fan. Not even the fans. What's the word I'm looking for? We act like the AEW fans or the WWE drones like me more do it, and I do it too sometimes. I'm not gonna hold you. I had to really look back at 2023 and 2022. 2022 was not bad. It was actually a good year, but 2023 I would say was not the best year. I was like, oh, everything's good, and I look back at it and everything's not good. So we gotta stop doing that. I know we are fans and stuff, but we gotta start being for the market stuff. We gotta call stuff out. If stuff is bad, stuff is bad. Dog. Right now, Derby is not looking good. Can we stop doing Derby cannot get criticized? Can we stop doing that? If stuff is bad in Derby, can we not just say it's bad? Can not stuff get criticized? like you gotta do? What about this? Or what about that? Or what about this? And I ain't blaming the talent. I'm blaming everybody that's in the office. I'm blaming. You know what? Fuck that. I'm blaming some of the talent. Some of you talent are sitting down there being comfortable, that you're checked out, and you know who you are. Like it's what it is. You're checked out, and some people can see it. Like you say you're not checked out. You say you're loving it, but you're not. You want to be somewhere else. So I would stop, and that's on both fronts, on WWE and AEW. But like right now, can we know that this company is going down a bad slope, and we need to accept that. Stop blaming shit. You know, uh fans want to blame Cody Rhodes. They want to blame this person. They want to blame that person. But let's not do that. Let's not let's not blame it on this person and that person. But like put some muscle into it. Put some hustle into it, man. Um, Triple H looked you dead in the. He looked it dead at on the not even the screen. He said to people, he basically said he don't care about y'all, man. He said we'll give them whatever they want. Just sit back and watch the storytelling. Basically, sit down and shut the hell up. Why we do our thing and you just take what we give you. Basically, that's what he said. And I can't get that out of my head. Other than I don't see no color stuff. So if you want to keep watching this, fine. Set mediocrity, but I will not. So, and that's the same for all promotions. Really, to be honest, everybody's just wanting that check. But like what I've noticed, and this is easier for me to say this, to be in that position, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what I would do in that position. I really have to look at it. I really have to look at it. Like, but I know I don't want to be somewhere where instantly I know I'm not gonna be happy. So I think even if I'm saying this now, I think I would turn down a certain amount of money if I'm not happy, especially for my principles. Um, and what you gotta do, you know. I was watching Killer Cross's uh, documentary today. It got me thinking, and he said something that really hit to me. He says a lot of people who act punk rock are not really punk rock and rock and roll. When it comes down to that door is closed and you're looking at a certain contract or a certain amount of money, they fold and bend their knee. And it got me thinking, would I do that? I don't know. I could say, oh yeah, I'm not signing for this, or I'm not doing this, and then I end up doing it. And I end up signing. I don't know, man. A lot of wrestlers got to look at that, man. Of course, you want to make a lot of money in this world, in this wrestling world, in this business, as they say, this industry. I hate that word; it's so cringe. But at the end of the day, you just take that check, and then years later, you're not happy. You're accepting mediocrity. I am so upset about Finn Balor, about him accepting mediocrity, though. It irritates me almost to it shouldn't. It shouldn't irritate me this much. Yeah, he's getting six-figure checks. He's probably happy. Probably so. But like WWE had a main walking main event, like multiple could have been multiple world champion. The man beat Roman Reigns. The man had great moments until the injury fucked him up. And ever since then he's been reduced to like being checked out, basically. Just being being mediocre standards. And I'm not gonna say mid card because I feel like people say mid cards and they say it with disrespect. Like, he's just a mid carder. Oh, he's just a mid carder. Sometimes me and the mid card is good, being a mid of the card. But at the same time, it's the workhorse spot. Because the first match is important. You setting a tone. Now we in workhorse territory mode, we in workhorse mode of like of that. But Finn Balor, I hope he's happy and I hope he's doing good in his career. But like, it upsets me how like he could have left and could have had a better career outside. But that's for him to know and him only to find out. Um, I'll say this. Um, I'm not selling. I'm not selling out my principle for no amount of money. Getting back to the Killer Cross thing, I'm not. I'd rather be have less money to sell out my principles, and that goes for anything. People always say, "Oh, you don't want WWE because you don't think you can hang," or you. What if they offer you a 6-figure contract? Okay, in that 6-figure contract, what are you doing? What am I doing? You're saying all this stuff, but what am I doing? If I just have the 6-figure contract and I'm only doing a couple of matches and I'm not happy and I have to listen to whatever you tell me to do and I have to just take that. And then it's like, you know what? We don't see you as the guy or, one of the guys. Even that, my t-shirt it's the highest selling t-shirt. It's number one. Even that, every time I go on TV, I knock it out the park. It's like, oh yeah, we don't see it. I want to stay. I want to stay. I do not know, but what I do know is I won't let my moral corrupt nothing other than money. I don't let my morals corrupt for amount of money. So I say this to other wrestlers, other people: don't let your morals, don't let a piece of paper about money corrupt your morals. You know, do shit because you want to do it. New Jack said Vince couldn't control me, and that's why I didn't work for him. And I believe it. Don't let people control you and try to defame who you are as a wrestler and as you're in your career. It's so sad what's happening to Bailey because she's she's not being treated like she'd be. This is a legend, bro. This is really a legend, to be honest. Really selfless, helping so many people out. The Baileys and Natalias don't get the credit that they deserve, the flowers, because they put over more of your people than you ever know. Help them train. Really, it's saved the women's division, to be honest. It's been like the female version of Fit Finley. It's training all the women, helping them get better. Maxine is completely improved, and I can say that. Is she the best? No. But is she getting good? Does she know stuff? Does she know her pacing? Does she have a flow now of like how to put on stuff? Sure, she does. Same thing with BFAB. She has gotten better and she don't get nearly like, oh yeah, Maxine's doing good, Maxine's doing good. BFAB has been doing just as good too. Training at the dungeon. Grinding. Getting better. Promo wise, you know, uh wrestling wise, all that. So, being said, I know that a lot of the times when you're a person that does that, you don't get the appreciation, but also you get in your head a lot. And I'm sure Natalia, as watching her interview, she got in her head a lot and not wanting more for her, not wanting to push more for her. And Bully Ray ignited a fire in her and told her that, what are you doing? You should be doing more than this. You should be doing this. You should be doing this. Don't just accept where you are. Always keep pushing where you are. That is the whole thing. So, um, but yeah, Natty won't get the proper deserve. Bailey won't get the proper thing it deserves of putting so many women over and helping so many women. So I just hope that Bailey gets the proper respect he deserves going forward. I know if she came out here on the alternative wrestling scene, as their trend calls it, she would be appreciated big time. I think she's one of the top wrestler workers out here, is doing her thing that doesn't get really appreciated and will. I think going back to her, howdy, Randy, going back to the indies and helping people out, helping all the women out, because I'm sure she wants to help all the women out. Um, it's just what it is. Um, for right now, I want to do this before I actually leave because there's things like stuff going on. Other than this before I leave, but not now. I want to give a shout out to Randy. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for coming in. I also want to give a shout out to Covalent TV, Mr. Starks and Big Dub out there doing a thing. Really, they got me back recording, to be honest. And I just had so much stuff that it was open to my brain, and then made me realize that, oh man, this is really, oh okay. I have opinions on this. I have opinions on that. Um, so shout out to them, man. They really like got me to get me back on my soapbox and really what it is. I really hope to go down to WrestleCade and meet those guys. I met the guy one time. Starks is real cool, man. Um, yeah. So being said this, people who are watching on Facebook, comment of your favorite favorite stuff that you're looking for going forward too. Um, whether it be if you've been introduced by independent wrestling because of the show, what show are you planning to go to? If you don't know about independent wrestling, ask me about it. I'll tell you. I'll tell you some good places that you can go. And who is the top women on wrestling in independent wrestling? I'll tell you. Or the next upcoming, I'll tell you. On the radar, I'll tell you. So that being said, I'll I would like to say that you guys have been awesome. 89 people that came in here was 50 earlier. But I'm about to, because it's my show, I'm about to leave you with some would say a rant, but I'm about to Bob Trump on you. When I said WWE was not looking good and they're beyond their frame buried, I mean it. The business, if you want to use next the numbers and statistics, you look at the numbers, they're rolled down. The quality of the product is down. And I think people need to realize that they need to make some changes. And if they don't make no changes, it's not gonna be looking good. Now, it's not Cody's fault. It's not Jay Uso's fault. It's only TKO. The board members that are want this shit to go up, prices and everything. You know, and it's not gonna get even better. It's not until they get that shit cut for X, content wise and everything. Ticket rights need to be affordable for families, kids, teens. Needs to have quality content on all brands. Derby, that's what they need to do. Derby doesn't go to small towns, and they need to start going to small towns because on top of the big cities, I say they will help their stuff out. Hold on, I think I hold on. I don't even think I sent. Hold on. All right, back again. So, like, I had to send a stream to my homie, my manager and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's going down. It's going down. Attendance, like tickets, and this is not even like I'm not a big numbers guy, but like if you start treating your fan base, your loyal fan base, and you start overpricing and outpricing your fan base, that only leads them to not go to the shows. Like it's the simples. I can go into the numbers, but I don't think we need to. But like you start outpricing your fans. And like influencers are not gonna come all the time to fucking wrestling shows. So whatever you think you're doing, it's not gonna work. You're literally the families and the kids and the teenagers that are out like want to see Derby outsource. That's one thing. Content wise is mediocre. I haven't really it's what can you say? Like and then so NXT's not bad. I just don't wanna be insulted of like they're going down a bad road of like shit's being mid. I'm not gonna lie. So and it's nobody's fault. It's not Ricky's fault. It's not Tatum Packley's fault. It's not it's just they're going down the road. Even Shawn Michaels is in the snake of like, you think he put it on good TV, and that's okay, but it's not like super, super good. So you gotta get your content better, to be honest. You gotta get your tickets back affordable. And it's mainly the content, the creative. Like you gotta come up with better shit. And not just the creative, not just Triple A's coming up with good shit, but you gotta come up like the team of Triple A's gonna come up with good stuff. Because right now, it's not looking good. 2026, 2027 are gonna be not good years for Derby. And it just hurts that it's gonna hurt It's gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt the wrestling world. I ain't gonna lie, not really. You think you think it's gonna hurt it? Nah, it's gonna definitely like have an impact, but like not really gonna hurt it because AEW's gonna think they're gonna be keep doing their thing. CMLL is gonna be keep doing their thing. New Japan's gonna keep doing their thing. Um, so I really just don't understand like what it would take these hardcore fans and drones and people that gotta see this shit. You know. So that being said, you gotta just gotta live with it, man. You just gotta live with the fact of like, hey, man, what do they need to do to get better? And really, to be honest, you as a consumer, you really need to start supporting other promotions. Like, really, this is the whole reason why I brung this show around. Support independent wrestling. Support if you're in the Georgia area, if you live anywhere in Georgia, you should definitely come to One Four show. Definitely. One FW show. It's on P3 TV Sports. You see it, go come to it. If you're in the Chicagoland area, you're going to AAW or freelance. If you're on the West Coast, go to a West Coast Pro show. If you're in Houston, Texas, go to Reality Wrestling. If you're in Austin, Texas, go to New Texas. It's like it's what it is, man. Um, just a simple fact. House of Glory in New York, Wrestle Pro in New Jersey. Like support independent wrestling. And also go to our AEW show if you've never been there. It's a great time. Fantastic time. So that's what it is. I'll get that shit together. It's not gonna be good. And people are starting to see that shit. So all right, I'm gonna wait for my friend. I hope he comes in here. But you guys, I hope you just like support I Shape Wrestling. That's really what it is. You want black representation on the cards and stuff. That's where you can get it from. The best heel, Darius Carter, great face and Darius Lockhart. So I don't know. So what you should do, man. Fuck is going on? All right. Cheap viewers. Move this space. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, dog. That's what it is. That's what it is. Uh I really don't have nothing else. Um AEW was really good. I watched it back. Tune in next time when we have other stuff. Uh if you're in the Georgia area and you live in McDonough, Georgia, come on out to One Fall Wrestling, one of WTB tapings. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm out here. Peace, y'all. Go get the t-shirt, brainwashtees.com. Support that, man. Support independent wrestling. Support the underground scene. You know what it is. Fuck those rat bastards. More importantly, fuck all the rat bastards. Fuck MJF. Fuck Atticus Cougar. Fuck Tony Evans. Fuck all of them. Fuck Cheeseburger. All of them. And stay nasty, my friends. I'm out. Short edition. We out of here.